I'm Emma Salahi, and we are on the Knuckles red carpet here at Paramount Studios.
Oh, this is too intense. Okay.
How are you doing today? Congratulations!
I'm doing well. It's very surreal. Sorry, my voice it's so loud it gets in other people's interviews.
You're all good. So this time you're coming back as Wade, and back in the Sonic movies you were more supporting.
Yes.
Now being taking the lead in the Sonic with the Knuckles series, how does that feel?
It feels great. It's like every actor's dream, to get a small part in something and then watch that project grow, and then you grow with it, and then now we're here. It's surreal and also a dream come true, I think, for every actor.
Sure. And how was it like working alongside Idris and just Knuckles? Like, you're kind of just working with a voice there, but how was like building that relationship towards Wade and Knuckles?
It was really great. I got to see and hear all of Idris's stuff before we started shooting, and then there was an amazing team of puppeteers and visual effects that were like right there with me, so I could improvise with it, and it went with me. The eyebrows would raise, and like I could know when it was thinking, and then they digitally fixed it, so it was really felt like a full-fledged 3D experience,
That's such an interesting process. Thank you so much for giving us some insight about that.
No problem. I could talk all day about boring stuff like that.
No, it's not boring at all. Speaking of maybe something you might think boring, I think that Knuckles already from the trailers looks so action-packed. There was a scene where you're kind of being dragged by a car.
Yes.
How was there any like particularly challenging stunts or physical things that you had to do for this series?
It's all challenging. I give all those action stars amazing props. Their work is unbelievable, and just to like do it a little and be on a wire for like half a second, it's all challenging and it's all difficult, and those actors are underpaid.
For sure. And you have a lot of Sonic universe knowledge, and you might be a little biased here, but if you could choose a sidekick from anyone
Knuckles.
in the Sonic...
I don't even have to think twice. Knuckles is my guy for life.
I knew that had to be the answer.
That's right, blood brothers.
And speaking of Knuckles, and probably the hardest question I'm going to present to you today.
Let's go.
If you could choose from these 5 character designs of Knuckles, who would you choose?
Knuckles from the movie and series. That's my Knuckles.
That is. That's you too. The duo.
Yeah, this is the Knuckles of my youth, but this is my Knuckles.
I love it so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
Adam.
you so much.
How are you?
How is everything?
Nice to meet you. It's so great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm curious to know, how was it like revisiting the role of Sonic this time around? Considering Knuckles is getting his own series, you're like, how was that for you?
So exciting, so fun to also see like Adam Pally gets his own, TV show with Knuckles, and so being able to like support him and do stuff like that is so exciting.
And I know you guys recently, if I'm not wrong, wrapped up Sonic 3?
Yes.
So, congratulations. How do you just feel, did you ever expect for them to be 3 movies to come this far? How do you feel just being a part of this whole process?
It is, if you look at where we started with that original trailer and the fact that right now we have a spin-off series of a franchise that this gentleman, Toby, helped bring into the world, it's like incredible. I'm so excited it's here. I'm a huge video game fan, so the idea that video game movies are really blowing up, it makes me so excited because it's something that I love very much. So it's so surreal, and I hope it goes on forever.
I absolutely love it. And steering away a bit from the Sonic Universe question.
Sure.
I know you have your own comedy tour coming up.
I do!
Soon. I did my research, but can you tell us maybe a bit about that and what inspired you to just hit the road for the next couple of months?
Sure. Okay, so I have a comedy tour called Ben Schwartz and Friends. It's been touring for almost 2 years now, but we have a huge show at Royal Albert Hall in London in May. And the whole show is made up on the spot. We talk to an audience member, then we make up an entire show on the spot, and that is like it's my love. I started doing improv with Adam 20 years ago, and now it's me. I invite 3 of my friends on stage with me, and we just make up a show. It's so fun, and I'm gonna do it till October, and then take a little break from it.
That's so awesome. I can't wait to see how it.
Yeah,
of course. And this might be a little bit of a biased answer, but from all the characters in the Sonic universe, if you could choose your own sidekick or have a sidekick as your own, who would you?
In real life?
Yeah, in real life.
It would be probably Tails, wherever
Tails?
Colleen is. Colleen's somewhere. It would be Tails.
Oh,
Tails is so smart and fun and like such a good teammate. I feel like Sonic would kind of run off on his own every now and then, but Tails would be a great buddy to have. Also, all the movies, Tails is my buddy, and I just love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just natural to you.
Yeah.
And finally, probably the hardest question I got for today. who is your favorite Knuckles character?
Oh, this is a
design?
very hard question, by the way. This is an
You can choose
intensely.
top
I would
three.
have to do OG Knuckles because that's the first time I was introduced to him.
You got it right there, right there.
Yeah.
Easy question. Thank you so much, Ben, for everything. Nice meeting
Very
you.
cool that you're wearing all red.
Thank you. Hi, Tika.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm really good. Happy to be here.
Congratulations on continuing into, the Sonic universe.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's so much new character development this time around with Maddie. Can you maybe tell us a bit about that and how it's been like working with her for the Knuckles series?
Oh my goodness, it's been a blessing to be part of this series. Yeah, Maddie is definitely part of the action now, and I'm glad to take part in like one of these episodes to introduce them Knuckles into the world of Knuckles, his own series. So, but Maddie's like a support system. She's a heart she's still a heart of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was there any difference between filming the series other than the movie? Like, was there any difference?
Well, you got more time with the characters, which is really cool. But then also the movie, I can't wait for you guys to see the movie.
Well,
But it's not now. But Knuckles
December,
is in
right?
December. But this is a good appetizer for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How was it like just with all the exploding recognition that the Sonic universe has been getting, and being a part of this expanding series? Did you expect it to get this far with Maddie?
No. Usually when you do one, you're like, thank you. And when they keep calling you back, you're like, yes, please. And it's such a great crew. And Jeff Fowler, the director, is incredible. And all the producers. The fans are incredible and so supportive in everything we do. I was doing another movie, and I had an interview, and they were like, first of all, Tika, Sonic, and I was like, they didn't even talk about the other movie, which was and the support is amazing. So thank you for that.
And since you're kind of a Sonic expert at this point, I would say so. If you could choose your own sidekick or have a sidekick from that whole universe, who would you choose? You've worked with basically Tails, Sonic, Knuckles.
Who would I choose? I'd have to choose my first, not born, but Sonic.
I love it. Of course.
Sonic, always, yeah.
Okay, this is probably going to be one of the hardest questions I'm going to
Okay.
tell you. But if you could choose from any 5 of these Sonic character designs, which would you choose? What's your fave?
You always got to go with the OG.
The OG,
The
for
original.
sure, for sure.
Come on.
I love it. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time,
you.
Tika. Congratulations.
Nice
Nice to meet you,
Emma, nice to
Cary.
meet you. Hello. What's your name?
My name is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. How are you? What show are you with?
We're with the Nocturnal. Yes.
Very cool. Hi,
Yeah.
guys.
Hi.
What's going on?
Welcome to the Sonic universe, first of all.
Here, let me help you right here.
Thank you
Gotcha.
so much. I'm curious to know, were you familiar with the Sonic franchise before?
Oh, absolutely. No, my friend Jim Cary is in the Sonic franchise, so I came to a premiere right here for the Sonic #2. And that's where I met this fabulous gentleman in the background right here. And here we are.
I just wanted to say, you basically impacted 3 different generations of people who know you, from Princess Bride to Robin Hood, now Knuckles. How does this recognition feel to you that you get to keep going and do things like this?
Well, that's what I do as a performer. You want to keep working. That's the key to it all, yeah? And I'm grateful. This was a family show, and I always get asked by my fans, why don't you do more family movies or family TV shows? And so when I was approached by Mr. Fowler to do this, I just jumped at the chance,
And to talk a bit more about your character, Pistol Pete, he seems super fun. Come on.
He's great.
Oh my
He's so in love with himself. He's kind of he's a bowling champion from Reno, Nevada, kind of a Wayne Newton type, with a really over-the-top costume.
I saw.
And you saw? And he's so in love with himself, he has no room for anyone other than his fans, of course. A very competitive guy, but yeah.
What did you enjoy most about exploring his character?
Well, one of the challenges obviously was learning how to bowl. I had great trainers. The production provided me with these super guys, Rob Thurby and Jack Trent. Rob is like a world championship bowler. He's got multiple gold and silver and bronze medals for the England team, and Jack Trent is just a wonderful bowler himself. He owns Bowling Vision, and they distribute Brunswick in the United Kingdom. And these guys, I mean, they taught me how to make strikes, and I had no idea. I'm the worst bowler in the world.
Now here we are.
And here we are. Yeah.
Is that something you're going to take up on in your free time?
Oh my gosh, I'm challenging my family now. We're going to go to the lanes and just knock them down.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. And, now that you're so much more familiar with the Sonic universe, I mean, you already have been, who would you choose as your sidekick or to have as a sidekick?
It's always about Knuckles. Once Knuckles comes on the screen, all bets are off. He's an echidna from another universe that has powers that we can only imagine. And he's a great bowler.
Knuckles all the way. And
all the way.
Probably the hardest question I'm going to ask you is, out of these 5 different Knuckles,
This is great.
who are you choosing? Yeah, you can go ahead and grab it if you want.
Okay, Sonic Boom Knuckles, Classic Knuckles, Rider Knuckles, Movie Series Knuckles, or Original Knuckles. I'm a fan of
Mr. Claus?
Classic Knuckles. I just am. I just love the classic. I'm an old school guy. I don't know.
We love it so much. Thank you so much,
my
Cary, for
pleasure.
your time. Nice meeting you. Thank you.
What's your name?
Oh, hi, Colleen. I know. I was about to compliment. Like, we're twinning right now. I absolutely love it. And I love your earrings, too. Always beautiful.
I got mushrooms on my shoes.
Oh, my goodness. I love it. I love the attention to detail, the red as well.
Well, I thought, Knuckles, red.
We had to.
Yeah.
You're just so iconic as the voice of Tails. And I'm curious to know, did working on the Knuckles series present any new or interesting challenges for Tails' character development?
I feel like, for me, I've been so blessed to voice him for this is my 10th year, which is just amazing. So every time I get the chance to voice him it's the sunniest day ever. As far as challenges, I don't know. I feel like I know him, I feel like he's sort of he's a part of me now. So I just have to leave myself open to whatever direction they're giving me. The writers are always phenomenal, so I just have to and I fully trust them to lead me and him in the right direction. So it's a lot of, with the voiceover for sure, it's just a lot of just letting go and trusting that they're heading you in the right direction, which they do, and they are.
Yeah, I mean, for the last 10 years, did you ever expect for your voice acting as Tails to come this far? Like, how has that journey been for you?
Never would have expected it, not in a million years. I still go, did that really happen? Did I get to do the movies? No, not in my wildest dreams. 10 years to be with the same character is tremendous. It doesn't happen all that often, Either there's a shift of a recasting, but often it'll be recasting of the whole thing, whatever the series is or the franchise, So I just feel so lucky. It's really the gift that keeps on giving, and I love him so much. He's so cute, and it's so much fun. I absolutely love it.
Absolutely love that. And now we have the Sonic movies, we have the Knuckles series. What is next for Tails, or what would your dream be for Tails? A series, a movie?
Oh my gosh, I would love a series. That would be amazing. And a movie. I joked with Jeff Fowler. I'm like, the next one's gonna be called Tails. Yeah, and I think he should sing too, because I can sing, and I think that would be amazing if Sonic and Tails would do a little duet.
I heard there's a little musical episode in this series too. Are you a part of that at all?
Fortunately, I didn't get to do it, but I will needle them into making.
You better. Tails must sing.
It would be amazing. I would love it.
I love it.
I love it so much.
And if you could, this might be a biased answer, but if you could choose any sidekick or you to be a sidekick for someone in the Sonic universe, who would you choose?
If I could personally be the sidekick for them,
Yeah, or vice versa.
I'd like to. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I would have picked Knuckles, even if this weren't the Knuckles thing, just because he's just so Knuckles. When I worked on Sonic Boom, he was my absolute favorite character. So, and I think Idris just does him beyond justice. It's hilarious. I love it. His subtlety is just, I love it.
And probably the hardest question I'm going to present to you. With all your experience, all the generations of Knuckles that you have seen, from these 5, do you have a particular favorite?
Of what they, of their, just their image? Oh, gosh.
It could be overall. You could choose 2, you could choose 3. I don't want to make it too hard.
I feel like this is a trick question.
No, not at all.
Well, I feel like Classic and Boom are fairly similar.
Yeah.
Their shoes are a little different. He's got the bandage things going. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna squish those together. And like I said, Boomtails was like, I kind of had a little crush. So I'm gonna have to go between Boomtails and Movie Tails, because honestly, look at him. He's not that he's not brought to life animated, but he's more, he just seems more three-dimensional with the movie, so it makes him like, oh my gosh, he's really real. I'm gonna go hug him. Yeah. All right, that's my answer. I know it was a bad answer because it was more than one.
No, wonderful answer. Thank you so much, Colleen, for everything. Congratulations. Yeah. First of all, congratulations. The Knuckles series takes place after the events of the previous Sonic films. I'm curious to know, did your team have any early discussions about Knuckles' story arc and where he was headed?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the whole journey kind of starts with the character and picking up where he left off and really seeing what the kind of ripe territory to move him forward in the whole overall franchise is, and so it felt really, we got to see Knuckles more as a villain for 95% of the last movie. So in that last 5%, that last baseball scene where he's just kind of a joyful kid, much like Sonic and Tails, that just felt like we wanted to see a lot more of that and wanted to give him some space to really come into his own in terms of that personality, while also still being like the warrior and the kind of hero that we know he is at the same time.
That's so awesome. Definitely that ending. I can't wait to watch the series.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the transition from the movies to making a series probably was interesting. What was the biggest differences maybe you encountered during that production process?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think one is it's more of a focused story, where the movies, especially as you get into Sonic 2 and then Sonic 3, they're such ensemble pieces, and you have so many characters and relationships and moments to service, and that's a huge challenge. And so with the series, kind of a big adjustment, but also a real luxury was to kind of sit and focus on Knuckles and Wade and his relationship with Wade, and of course you have other characters that you're kind of ping-ponging to and building up throughout as well. But yeah, it was just kind of fun to be able to just luxuriate in one or two characters' kind of primary journey, instead of constantly keeping tabs on 12 or however many we've got now.
That's so awesome. Well, was there anything within the Knuckles project that you're particularly like the most proud of on your end that you feel like sharing?
I mean, I'm proud of all of it, and it's the kind of collective work of so many hundreds of people, and all of them do things that I couldn't dream of doing. So I'm really just proud of how an entire unit collectively comes together to make something fun that everybody's really invested in, and all of that. So yeah, the team effort, that's probably what I'm most proud of.
I love it so much. And if you could insert yourself into the Sonic universe, who would you choose as your sidekick, or who would you want to be a sidekick for?
Oh my gosh, Knuckles. You'd never lose a fight, right? Like if I would definitely. He wouldn't be my sidekick. I'd definitely be his. But yeah, that's a pretty easy choice, I guess. Yeah, Knuckles.
Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you too.
Congratulations on everything with Knuckles. This series, it takes place after the Sonic films. Did you guys and the team have any early discussions about Knuckles' story arc and where he was headed?
Oh, absolutely. We knew after the events of Sonic 2 that Knuckles wasn't fitting in on this planet. We saw there was this great fish out of water comedy that emerged at the end of that movie with scenes like the baseball scene. And so we thought that was a great place to build the storyline for the Knuckles show.
For sure. And was there a different approach from filming or producing the movies to now the series? Were there any differences that you encountered?
Well, we actually tried really hard to make sure that it was a very similar approach because it was really important to us that the animation quality, the storytelling felt at the exact same level as the movies, even though we were going into television. So we did a lot, especially on the animation side, to make sure that it looked, felt, and was identical to the movies in that way.
And I'm sure you guys are absolutely going to nail it. I'm so excited to watch it. Was there any creative challenges that maybe you faced during this specific Knuckles project that you're proud of overcoming, that you feel like shouting out?
Well, we're really proud of episode 4, which is our musical episode. You know, we were very lucky to work with a really talented director, Jorma Taccone, from Lonely Island on that episode, and ultimately brought in Michael Bolton to do the songs for that episode. And that was something that we had a ton of fun with and really loved.
I love that so much. And since you're so familiar with the Sonic universe, if you could choose a sidekick or someone be your sidekick from the Sonic universe, who would you choose?
Knuckles, he's the strongest.
Of course. And I think the most difficult question I'm going to ask you today is from these 5 different Knuckleses. Who is your favorite and why? Like your favorite character design overall?
Well, it's really easy for us to say movie Knuckles because we designed him. You know, but behind that, I think original Knuckles is a really cool version of it.
100%. Thank you so much for your time and
Of course, it was
congratulations.
so nice to meet you.
You too.
Thanks.